what freedom actually means. And I think part of being free is the ability to make your voice heard. But with concerning voter registration among the younger generation, it seems that apathy is getting the upper hand in most of the circumstances. This encouraged youth leaders from across the country to be proactive and contribute towards tangible change. Guided by National Youth Network, Activate Change Drivers, activators across SA are driving the narrative of educating fellow youth and the communities at large on the importance of having a voice in local matters and realizing the power of their voices. With us is Nelisa Ngqulana, a communications manager for Activate, and Karabo Monatisi, who's a youth activator in Khayelitsha in Cape Town. Guys, it's so good to have both of you with us today. I'm so excited to speak about our youth because I think this apathy word has come up quite a lot when it comes to our generation, and we've had this fees must fall and the youth are very engaged and everyone's very excited, but it always seems to be loud voice, little action. Yeah. You're saying that's not necessarily true.
Absolutely. I think often we underestimate the amount of proactivity that's there, the amount of actual action, the amount of meaningful work that a lot of young people are doing in their communities. And that's really what Activate is about. It's about connecting those young people who are in all these different parts of the country, trying to shape a different narrative, a different identity around what it means to be a young South African who cares about their community, who cares about their country and the direction where the country is going, to use our energy positively and actually for actual tangible results.
Yeah, so I like to consider myself a youth, but I mean, in many ways, I had a very privileged background. You know, I managed to get a really good education, and I grew up in a community. So I still think I don't know today what it is that my role is in society and what sort of say I have in society. And if I, as an educated person that went to university and all those things, still don't know what role I play in society, how many more of our youth feel the same way? What is the role of young people in society, in communities, in politics?
I think the role of any citizen, actually, really, is being proactive, is contributing meaningfully, as I said earlier, to understand how does my local government work? How can I contribute to that? Policy matters. How do I make my voice heard through contributing to policy processes? I think that's a lot of part of the work that we do at Activate. When we support the young leaders that we work with, we take them through a training program which navigates them through understanding how policy works, how to use your creativity in a meaningful way, project management. We look at innovation to help young people kind of harness that energy that we see in Fees Must Fall and Roads Must Fall in a positive manner that actually results in tangible results.
Yeah, because there are constructive ways to go about doing things, and there are legislative sort of ways to go about creating change. And I mean, that's what you guys are trying to educate our young people on. And dude, you were obviously part of that program, and you've started your own initiative in Khayelitsha too. Let's talk more about that. What is your program, and why did you choose to get involved with Activate?
The reason that I chose to join Activate because I saw that it was a different organization, a new thing that is bringing to the young people. So when I joined, I had so many ideas on my mind, especially the project. So I started a project called the Sanitary Pads Campaign, of which it provides sanitary towels to young girls and women in the community. And the reason for that, one is the fact that most of the young girls in South Africa are losing more days in school because of menstruation. And there's no one that is talking about that. So I told myself that not in my name that young girls in South Africa could not go to school because of they don't have the sanitary towel. So what we did, we wrote letters to universities and also to individuals to say that they should donate pads to us, and then basically they do donate, and then after they have donated those pads, and then we take it to schools and also to orphanages homes.
Sure, I want to give you a massive high five. You're doing amazing work, dude. That's really exciting to see, and it's so cool coming from a guy to say like, hey, I'm not going to let this happen while I'm still alive. I don't want to see girls missing school because of this that they're facing. So really, really well done for that. I must ask, do you find yourself that you're slightly different to the other members of your community? Are all young people called to do what you're doing, or are there only a certain number of people who have got the energy, who have got the love that you have?
There are few people that have joined the program. Mostly are girls. And then some of the men,
It's too cool for them.
Yeah, so we can't join you, but real now they are starting to come up and discuss these issues because, for example, if you can be able to talk about sex, condoms, why can't you talk about menstruation with your girl? Because one day you'll have a child who is a girl, and that child has to speak with you about that whole menstruation cycle. So.
Totally. So maybe we should talk a bit about that in terms of our voices and communication and opening up dialogue. I mean, in our communities, are a lot of young people feeling like they have the strength to, or they feel like they've got enough leaders to talk to when it comes to that stuff? Or are we starting to break that down? Where are we standing when it comes to that?
We've actually had quite a positive experience with that. We're currently conducting a series of community dialogues, our activators are, called Imbizos. We had one in KZN a couple of weeks ago talking about HIV and the stigma attached to that, especially in KZN, which is a province with quite a high HIV AIDS prevalence. We had an interesting debate at UFS recently around how young people can engage with participate in discourse. We've got another one coming up in Polokwane with the mayor there on the 6th of May. So our activators, their character is just generally young people who are not afraid to approach anyone, approach any situation. So we're driving the conversations. Those who want to join us do. We've had some great successes in terms of driving those conversations. I think to answer the question really is how proactive do young people want to be if you want to start something?
Well, clearly it has started something because, I mean, since the inception of this whole idea and the activators being around, it got the attention of the media, and now on SABC1, Walala Wasala is really doing amazing work based on the work that you guys are doing.
Yeah, actually some of the content has come directly from young people going home and doing engagements with their local government as part of a home task actually that they get during training that has resulted in the journey with us being on Walala Wasala to actually shape how young people are actually engaging with their local government. I think Karabo was on as well talking about his project and around healthcare issues in general in his particular community in Khayelitsha. But the show obviously looks at things like internet access. It looks at how do we actually communicate with local government. It looks at what is local government, what's the responsibility of local government, what's our responsibility as citizens when it comes to engaging with the local government. So it's a very exciting project for us because it gives a real window onto what young people are actually doing on the ground. Those are not made up stories, and those are real.
It's really cool to see that they actually are doing something. We've got an example with us in the loft today, so it's really, really exciting. Guys, your project is incredible. I can't wait to engage more with you guys, even post the show. Looking forward to seeing how we can collaborate on this stuff. It's amazing work. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
It's clear to see that our youth definitely are change drivers, and they've got a voice to play when it comes to helping their communities, growing our nation as a whole. So hopefully freedom also applies to our young people. Now, after the break, we chat to singer and songwriter Sandy Botha about her new hashtag White Equals Black campaign. And with today being Freedom Day, we hit the streets to find out whether or not South Africans and the average South Africans truly feel free.
This is a free country, you know. You're free to open your own business. You're free to have any kind of, whether they're white or black or any religion.
I don't believe people enjoy our freedom today because people are still struggling, and there's a lack of education, a lack of employment, lack of business opportunities, because some people are still trying to find themselves.
For the kind of freedom that was envisioned is not what we are actually experiencing at the moment. We are still struggling to really get the true freedom that we were fighting for.
I don't think we enjoy true freedom yet. I think people are unaware of their rights as South Africans, what we deserve and what we should demand.
We judge each other, you know, just by a simple thing. So you're not entirely free because you're thinking, what is society going to say regarding each and everything that you do?
I don't believe that we do enjoy freedom completely. I think a lot of us have aspirations for that, but I don't believe we all do yet. We're working towards it, and I think as long as we all keep trying, we'll get there.
Magnum could be the one. Find a key with a unique code and stand a chance to win a shopping spree worth 100,000 Rand, plus designer fashion accessories by Gert-Johan Coetzee.